Continuing in our study of this wonderful passage, the Greek version of the Song of the Suffering Servant, we're in Isaiah 53, verse 7. Kaotos dia ta kekakosthai uk anoige ta stoma. Hos probatan episphagen ekthe, kai hos amnas enantion tu kerantas autan aphonas, hutos uk anoige ta stoma autu. Well, we'll start with this first line in this first verb, which is kekakosthai. It's a bit of a mouthful. It's from kakao, which means to mistreat or to be treated harmfully, with the reduplication on the front end and the sthai ending. This is a perfect passive infinitive. You'll notice it's buddied up with dia plus ta. This is that construction in Greek where you have an articular or an infinitive with an article plus a dia. It means because of, and so because he was mistreated. Next line then, uk anoige. Anoige is simply the third singular from anoigo, which means to open. And he does not open the mouth. So that's the first clause here. Moving on then, hos probaton. Probaton here is the singular of sheep. We saw that in a prior video in the plural. Sphage is slaughter or the slaughterhouse. And then ekthe is a third singular aorist passive indicative from ago. So as a sheep was led to the slaughter. And then we have a parallel clause here, just doubling down on that, with amnos being a lamb. And then you have the substantival participle from kero. This is kerantos. Notice it has the article. And with the ontos spelling here, this is a genitive singular masculine present active participle, and it's the verb for to shear. So as a lamb before, and enantion takes the genitive, the one shearing him is aphonos. Aphonos, as you can probably tell, is related to phone. With the alpha on the front end, it's silent, it's voiceless. So as a lamb before, the one shearing it is voiceless. And then we have essentially a repetition of this line up here. Thus, he does not open his mouth. Now, this passage is used in the book of Acts. The Ethiopian eunuch's riding along. He's got a scroll of Isaiah open on his lap, and he's been reading it. Philip shows up, and the Ethiopian eunuch is like, hey, who's this about? And the writer here says, now, the passage of Scripture, notice he's referring to Isaiah as graphe or Scripture, is precisely the one we just read, like a sheep was led to slaughter, and so on and so forth. And Philip teaches him the gospel from this passage, saying, hey, look, Isaiah that you're reading foretold Jesus as this sheep or lamb who is going to be silent. And he's, of course, referring back to the trial of Jesus, where he was being sheared, if you will, by the religious and political leaders, but he was silent all along, bearing that suffering on our behalf. And so he teaches the Ethiopian eunuch from this passage